Suppose you and your family took a trip. You all got into a motor home or a school bus and traveled from place to place. The temperature or the climate would be determined by location on your trip. Northwest Territories of Canada as opposed to Palm Beach, Florida, or maybe Acapulco. Location determines your climate. What drives the climate of your trip is the trip itself. To the north of Greenland, above Greenland is Axel Heiberg Island, where we find fossils of alligators and fossilized petrified forest tree trunks on an island about as far north as you can go, up above Greenland. That's because the school bus, the motorhome in which we're riding, the Earth, a vehicle, a very large special vehicle, climate controlled, has traveled to various places and experienced different environments. At some point, alligators were living on the North Pole. Then it became so cold, I suppose, that it killed the dinosaurs. It could have even caused species to arise that had not existed before. The trip drives all of this. And what drives us on our trip is our relentless journey into the core of the Milky Way galaxy. That's what drives our climate, the trip. We're on a trip. We're riding in a vehicle that's taking a long trip, and it passes through different types of environment where we have more cosmic radiation or less, where we have more or less shielding provided by stardust. We get hot and cold depending on cosmic radiation that creates clouds that reflects the sunlight, that heats the oceans very slowly. I have a cat. This affects our climate. This actually drives our climate. Not CO2, not the sun, but these fluctuations in density and depth of the stardust as the sun moves around in an orbit around another star. But the deeper the Earth plunges into this thin interstellar dust, the more the atmosphere becomes translucent, until finally the sun breaks through the clouds for the first time in many, many centuries. I maintain that solar activity has little to do with GCR count. Solar activity has little to do with climate. I maintain the sun is the sun. The sun is there, day in, day out, year in, year out. It varies slightly in output, but not enough to make a difference.